Business Spotlight, brought to you by Cross Rhythms and Baba Baboon.
I'm Sonia Farrell. Welcome to Business Spotlight, where we shine a light on our local businesses in partnership with Baba Baboon and Cross Rhythms City Radio. Joining me in the studio today, we've got Internet Central, who are being represented by Maureen and Dan Smith. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello. Hi.
Well, thank you.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Very good.
Great to be here.
You found it okay then? Everything's
Yes.
all right? You found this
Yeah.
lovely studio?
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for coming in as well and telling us more in a little while about Internet Central. Internet Central has been going since 1995, I do believe, and we'll chat a little bit more about that in a little while. But Maureen, you're actually Corporate Solutions Specialist down there at Internet Central, who are based in Kiel. Just tell me a little bit more about what your role actually involves.
Oh, thanks, Sonia. Yeah, I am all about making friends with people, basically. So going out to businesses in the local area, understanding what's going on with their internet for them, but making contacts with people. And seeing how we can improve situations for people. So can we make the internet better for you? Is it going to help your business? How do we do this? We walk the walk with the customer right from day one. And yeah, it's all about just sharing the love, really.
Sharing the love.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that, Maureen.
So do I.
And Dan Smith, you're sales consultant.
Yes.
So in a nutshell, obviously, you know, you can have a bit of an idea about what that means, but what does it mean for you at Internet Central?
So sales consultant. Sales not particularly a word I'm comfortable with, but I think what Mo said is it covers it really. Yeah, I was approached by Internet Central to join a team who their one goal is as a team to help people, pure and simple, really. And we do that by, as Mo says, it's making friends, it's building relationships, and the sale really is kind of a happy byproduct of that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's I'm pretty new there. I know I don't look pretty new, but I'm pretty new there.
Fitted in well done.
Yes, and
fitted in well.
absolutely loving it.
Brilliant. And just going back then, we mentioned, you know, Internet Central, we're one of the UK's first internet service providers.
Yes.
Started in 1995.
Yes.
Can you just elaborate a little bit, Maureen, on, you know, since, you know, the knowledge that you've gained from working there as well, but what Internet Central is all about and where they are now going into 2024?
Okay, so I've been with the company just over 4 years. And at my interview, within probably the first 20 minutes, I just knew it was the place that I wanted to be, just purely because we are a team of about 22.
Okay.
We're in an open planned office. We've got all different departments there. So you've got technical, we've got developers, we've got office management, we've got the sales side of it. And we all just work together as one unit. And I love that. I've got a big ethos about sort of working together. Because together you always achieve more. So internet, where the internet comes in, is purely about dedicated lines.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different than your typical broadband.
Okay.
It's a dedicated line from the exchange into your business.
Right.
A couple of similes might be, it's like your motorway for your traffic. I think one that kind of hits home, or I kind of like, is it's the oxygen for your business.
I like that.
So yeah, because it kind of really is the oxygen for your business. If we lose our oxygen, we just don't breathe. End of story.
Yeah.
If your oxygen in your business is dilapidated or struggling to help you breathe successfully and comfortably, your business will ground to a halt. So we are the oxygen tanks for business. We would love to go into businesses and give them oxygen tanks. That's what we do day in, day out. As Dan quite rightly says, the actual sale is very much a byproduct. We tend to sort of enjoy the journey of getting to know the customer, because we don't know what kind of oxygen tank they're going to need. We don't know what size oxygen tank they're going to need, first of all.
Well, just coming in there, actually, Mo, you know, Maureen, Mo, call you Mo, Maureen.
Mozza,
she
whatever
doesn't
you
mind
like.
Mozza, it's okay.
I don't mind.
It's okay, everybody. But yeah, just going back to that oxygen tank then, you know, does it matter what size your business is? Could you be somebody working at home who has an office based at home, or could you be a large sort of corporation, you know, organisation which has like hundreds of staff? How does it work like that?
It's about the understanding the person and the business, but you can have a business that's got maybe 3 or 4 staff. They would need a dedicated internet. They would need lease lines, which is what we do. So they would need that dedicated connection from the exchange straight to the business. Why? Because it's the upload speed for a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Graphic designers are more than likely to be uploading a lot of files, and they need to be able to do that quickly and effectively. If the broadband's struggling, they'll have a problem straight away with that. We can go right up to the large kind of companies, blue chip companies, and everything in between. The important thing is that we don't just pop into a business and give them a lease line and say, there you go, we'll see you in 3 years' time. We miles away from that. You can get internet from everywhere. Why would you get it from us? Because we are different in what we do. We like to get to know the business. We like to make friends with the business. For us, that's the be all and end all. We understand what that business then needs, and it's our business to help that business.
So that pride then on building on relationships and, you know, providing that service, like you say, for dedicated lease lines, but all size businesses of all sectors. Now, Dan, you're one of the newest sort of members of the Internet Central team. And we mentioned earlier, you are a sales consultant. You said you don't particularly like that word sales as such. How have you seen it, you know, going in yourself as sort of a new member and about that sort of building relationships and keeping those relationships going for the long term for Internet Central's customers?
I would say, I mean, I've known Mo quite a while because we network through different organisations in Staffordshire. I think from day one of me actually going into Internet Central as a company, not really knowing what to expect. Like you say, they are this long established company, and they have this reputation in Staffordshire as a team. And you walk in and you kind of think, what is it going to be like? And I think the best way to explain it, as I've mentioned on a couple of posts that I've put out, I feel like I've been taken care of. It's a warm blanket.
Yes.
It's walking in and knowing that everybody is pushing for the same thing. Everybody is looking out for one another. And that then just falls out on basically anybody that we go and see.
Yeah.
So from the smallest of companies, like you've said, up to the largest of companies, the struggle is the same. And I'm not particularly the most technical of people when it comes to internet. Internet for me is that thing when you go online and it either works or it doesn't. And to a lot of people, it's exactly the same thing. But the struggle is exactly the same, whether you're 3 or 4 people in an office, whether you're 500 people in a call centre. If you're struggling, you're struggling. And we hear from various companies about the different ways that they struggle. So it could be that they're not say they're on a Zoom call and the Zoom call is buffering. They have poor call quality. They have difficulty in uploading files, downloading files. There's a slowness. There could be a certain time of day when things suddenly get a lot slower. Tends to be around school leaving time when all the kids are out, the iPads are out. But because you're sharing that internet, it's a far more uncertain world that you're living in. I think the very first time that I met Mo, and she loves her analogies, but the one that she used was her pizza.
Yes, this pizza.
So you may have heard this before, but so you order this pizza, and you're really looking forward to this pizza. You're absolutely starving. Then it arrives, and because this pizza's not just yours and you're sharing it with everybody, suddenly one person's taking a slice, another person maybe taking a couple of slices. What you don't want to end up with is the stuffed crust. Because then you're finding that you're still hungry after that. And so it really is as simple as that with regards to how we talk to our clients about it. And they will relate back to us in the same terms. They may say they've got a certain megabit speed or that they're reaching a certain amount, but the struggle is still the same. The issue is still the same, and we look at it all in the same way. And providing those solutions, like you said,
ensuring that a business is not being starved of oxygen, because I can imagine as well, you mentioned there, like, clients will come to you with certain issues and problems, but that could have quite a detrimental sort of effect on a business, whether it's a graphic designer, like you mentioned, sitting at home, who's got a load of files they need to download, an important Zoom call. If that keeps happening, that could really, be quite,
It is absolutely critical, and we've actually had people that we've sort of spoken to 18 months, 2 years ago, that have rung us back 12 months later and said, are you still doing this? Because my internet's really letting me down, and actually a lot of my competition is taking my business because my internet's not doing what it needs to do. I had a gentleman that we changed his internet from broadband over to a lease line, and it's so lovely, such a lovely moment. He rung us to say, could we thank the whole team, because that morning he'd gone into work, and previously he was having like about 23 calls every morning from 23 staff that were really upset because they couldn't do what they needed to do for their jobs. As the IT manager, he'd got a lot on his shoulders anyway, and when we put the lease line in, he rung us this morning and said, just to say thank you, I've come in and it's quiet. And it's just like little things like that. You just sort of think to yourself, do you know what? That's actually made a difference for that chap. Actually, he's going to probably really enjoy his day to day. He's probably got a load of projects that he's been itching to get dived into.
Yes.
And that's something that he can do. And it's because his internet is the right internet for him. His oxygen is there. He's breathing again.
And from what I'm getting, from yourselves and just chatting to, yourself and Dan here today, is as well as providing, the dedicated lease lines to businesses and everything. But from how you're talking, I do get a sense of this community feel. And
Absolutely.
From Dan sharing his experience of, being one of the newest members of the team and going to work there, it really does sound, when you talk about building relationships, and that's something that, Internet Central are very proud of doing for the long term. I just get that vibe that that is part of one of the reasons why you absolutely love your job, Maureen.
Oh, I absolutely love my job. I love Internet Central. I love working for them. They're a great company to work for. They're just so good at looking after people, not just the staff, but looking after customers as well. And lots of things that they've done outside, above and beyond, that you wouldn't expect a business to do for you. They have just done, without word, without mention, they have just done that. And that goes a long way in my book, as far as like a company that's actually, is exactly what it says on the tin. And I'm very proud to be part of Internet Central. And I'm really, really proud of the networking that we get involved in and meeting so many people, especially in the local area, because Stoke's a fantastic place. We are a good group of people. We make things happen. We're so friendly. I've been here for 30 odd years now. I married a potter. And I don't think I've ever met such friendly people. And I think it needs to be shouted about. So any time that we get an opportunity to get invested in that, to network, do an expo, whatever it is, we will always jump at that opportunity. Because, it's nice to talk about Internet Central, but it's even better to find out about you. And it's even better to find out about other people that are there and what are they trying to achieve. Because, you know what, I'm doing okay, thanks, but do you need some help? And, we're very, very, very invested into that as well. I mean, why wouldn't we be? We all need to work together. Together, we're much stronger.
Together, we're much stronger. I totally agree, Maureen. Now, Dan, Maureen, before you go anywhere, I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot, but I'm sure you can handle it.
Okay.
2024,
Yes.
Dan, personal or work-related for Internet Central, what would you like to aspire to achieve in 2024?
Is it cheating to say more of the same? I honestly, I had my meeting with the director was on a Zoom call. And he set out his expectations of what he wanted from me within the first 6 months, which, to be honest, was kind of, I thought, okay. And I've gone in with my own way of looking at it and thinking, right, I'm going to, obviously, whatever you've told me, I'm going to try and knock that out the park. And just by that fit that Mo was talking about, I think you're going to be a perfect fit. They work how I work. And they are totally accepting of that. And I honestly, I don't think I've laughed so much in ages. We go out, we go out on a day together. Me and Mo have done a few days now where we've gone out door knocking, done it the old-fashioned way, just gone out and knocked on doors and introduced ourselves, and we just have a laugh. So yes, new year, new resolution, but I feel like mine's come a little bit early. And to be honest, I just want that to continue.
Brilliant. And Maureen, anything for you for 2024 in the next 6 months?
2024. Well, I'm doing Slimming World, so I really, really need to lose 2 stone. I am so desperate to lose 2 stone. I've got a brand new electric bike coming, and it takes less weight than the other one did. So I've literally got to drop 2 stone. So yeah, I need to wave bye-bye to 2 stone. From Internet Central's point of view, I just really want to do more of what we are doing and get more involved in more expos, more networking, more helping other people really, because it's a nice thing to do, it's the right thing to do, and I'm really invested in doing that. So yeah, for me 2024 should be better for somebody else.
Oh, excellent. Maureen, Dan, thank you so much for coming into the studio here at Cross Rhythms. That's Maureen Key and Dan Smith from Internet Central, the company up there based at Keele Innovation Centre, providing oxygen for your business, and also not just providing oxygen, but providing that community spirit with inside and without. This is Sonia Farrell. This is Business Spotlight in partnership with Baba Baboon and Cross Rhythms.
Business Spotlight, shining a light on our local business community. Brought to you by Cross Rhythms and Baba Baboon.